So that's my basic thoughts. Basically, if you really like the book, you're really going to like the movie. And especially if it really ties up, I thought it tied up a lot of the loose ends. A lot of the emotional parts are there. The stuff with Severus Snape, I thought was really well done. But it's a very literal, and I thought David Yates, more than any of the other directors, really stuck to the book more than anything. So a lot of it does just draw from the pages of the book. And again, I like when they do that. But at the same time, you go in and there's no mystery. You pretty much, if you've read the book, if I would have read the book right before seeing the movie just to refresh my mind, it probably would have been even more disappointing because it is what it is. It's pretty much what's on the page. They don't deviate much. And I really don't like when movies deviate just for the sake of being different from the book. But, there were certain things, I just thought it was kind of anticlimactic. Aside from that, there's not a whole lot I can say. I don't want to really repeat myself. The acting, of course, is great. The other thing with this movie is expected is these movies pretty much, they're not just new adventures of Harry Potter each movie. Each movie does kind of look back on the others, and it is one continuous story. So, A, if you haven't read the books, and B, if you're really not fresh, don't see this movie new. You have to see all the Harry Potters to understand this one. You will be completely lost if you haven't. And if you've seen them all, but it's been a while, I would still watch the last couple, because when you bring in like Order of the Phoenix, that's when they started adding all these crazy characters and the actual Order with just all these new people, all these new faces, and they all make really small cameos in these films. So you kind of have to, I would at least suggest watching the last few films before watching this. Because again, there's going to be a lot of characters that pop up. The other thing that was kind of annoying, I won't say who, but those who've read the book, a lot of people that we've known up until this point, they die. But it's like it all happens off screen, and none of the characters that get killed have any kind of emotional, farewell scene. It's just, oh, well, that person died, and you move on, and that's it. That bothered me, the second film just felt kind of rushed. So, if I had to rate this film, honestly, out of, 5 stars, I'd definitely give it, 4 out of 5. Because, to me, a good movie, I don't know what makes a good movie, but I will say, if you've paid $6 to see a movie, or $10, or $13, because a lot of you guys are going to go see it in 3D, and I think the going rate now is $15 for 3D now. But if you're paying money to go see a movie, if you can come out of that movie and it still lingers in your mind, and you really have the temptation to either talk about it or go see it again, because I was talking about this movie all day at work. And it's funny, where I work, it's right next to a movie theater, and nobody had really any interest in seeing it, which was kind of a bummer, because everyone at my work talks about movies constantly, but I guess no one there, aside from me, is like a Harry Potter fan. But it does. It still is fresh in my mind, and I would love to see it again, because it was really good. It's just that if you found any flaws in the book, it's probably going to be in the movie too, and that's not really a fault of the filmmakers, and it is an opinion thing, and overall, it is a really good film. I honestly couldn't think of any better way to end the series. So with that, I'll just say it's a good film. I think if you're a diehard Harry Potter fan, again, I don't think it's the best one. I would probably say it's in the top 4 or 5, maybe. It was probably better than Order of the Phoenix and Half-Blood Prince, which is how I felt about the books. I thought Order of the Phoenix was kind of the weakest, Half-Blood Prince was better, but still not as good as the first 4, and Deathly Hallows was, once again, just very intense. So probably, because it's 2 movies, in the top 4 or 5. I'd probably, it's better than Half-Blood Prince. And it was really good. I mean, there were a lot of emotional scenes, and, it can be a tearjerker. So with that being said, I know it's been a while since I've been on YouTube. YouTube's been kind of pissing me off because they've been banning a few of my videos, which is kind of weird, because when I did my 31 Days of Slashers last year, Paramount, New Line Cinema, they haven't said anything, and they're big movie companies. But Merrimack, or the Weinstein Company, took off my Clerks 2 video. You can't see that anymore, it's banned. I did a Mallrats video a while back, that was banned, and the last video I did was Lord of the Rings Return of the King. It was like a massive 10-minute review. It was like a love poem, a love letter to that movie, it was banned because New Line wouldn't let me show it, which is funny because I did all of the Freddy's last year, and now that I've said that, they'll probably ban all those too. But I'm getting a little frustrated. But that being said, that's why I haven't posted in a while. It's because like every movie review I do, there's problems with it because of the rights. Which is funny because I don't make any money off of it, you know? And you would think if anything, because they're positive reviews, it'll make people want to see the movie more. So I don't understand, you know? But yeah, I am definitely working on 2011, the 31 Days of Slashers, just like last year. Last year it was literally like I would write it, and by the time October came around, I was pretty much doing them every single day in October. I didn't give myself any leeway time. I started like a month ahead, but by the time October came, I actually still had like half of them to do. So this year I've been working on them probably since April or May. Again, it'll be the same format as last year. It'll be a bunch of basically slasher movies. Again, very recognizable, and I'm doing all the sequels in the series. I'm not doing like remakes and stuff like I did last year. I did the Friday the 13th remake, the Halloween remakes, the the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. I'm not really doing those. I might mention them, but they are very recognizable films. There's probably going to be about 5 or 6 series this time because each series I'm doing doesn't have as many sequels, so that leaves me open to do more franchises. But I've got about a third of them done. I've got, I think, 11 of them done so far. So that will be happening. Just keep a lookout, and until then, keep on looking, and I really appreciate all you guys watching. Some of the videos have gotten 90 hits since last year. Some of them have gotten a couple thousand. So, again, like any filmmaker, if I can just make something, a video review, a skit, anything, and have a room full of people watch it, it's more than worth it. So, thanks again for watching my videos. I'm glad I'm entertaining a lot of you. And just keep on tuning in, because there's more to come. Thanks.